What's up guys, I'm James from Midwest Protocol, and in today's video, we're going to be covering Adam Warlock and all the stats in his card that was just recently revealed by Atomic Mass Games, as well as his new leadership that's coming for the Guardians of the Galaxy. Let's dive in. Okay, so let's start with his stat line. Adam Warlock is a 3/4/3 with 7 health on the front and 8 health on the back. Based off the images, it looks like he's going to be a small base, but he's size 2 with a medium move. All right, so before we get too far into his character card, let's touch base on the fact that he's a 7 threat character. So this character has the ability to attach new infinity gems on him, which is crazy and also a lot of fun. He specifically comes with a card that is specifically for him as of right now, and it is the Bonded Soul Gem. And this gem, it says that when a non-grunt character is dazed or KO'd, this character may gain 1 power, remove up to 1 wound from itself, or remove up to 1 special condition from itself. And additionally, this character and other allied characters within range 4 cannot lose power as a result of enemy effects. And he has a unique effect where he can attach the Bonded Soul Gem without increasing his threat value, and be able to take advantage of this card. So it kind of feels like his kit is kind of centered around the fact that this is always going to be attached to him. However, he does have the ability to have some the rest of the collection of gems attached to him if he wants. So he can have up to 2. So that would be mind, power, reality, space, and time. Obviously, you cannot have the normal base soul gem on him. So that's pretty crazy. He also has the Peerless keyword. There's only a few other characters that have that, so you can't play him with like Thanos or the Phoenix or Apocalypse, or whoever else has that tag that will be added in the future. And just to remind you, when you attach a gem to a character, it increases their threat value and gives them additional power in the power phase. But for Adam Warlock, he can attach the Bonded Soul Gem without increasing his threat. He will still get the additional power from that card. And then I imagine people will be testing out to see if he is worth 8 threat with maybe the mind or the space gem attached to him. So with that said, let's dive into the rest of his kit. So Adam's first attack is a range 3 6 dice energy attack called Karmic Blast. It's a typical builder. It has a wild sap. Before damage is dealt, the defender loses 1 power for each wild result in the attack roll, and then Adam would gain that amount of power. Adam's second attack is the Quantum Bolt. This is a range 4 9 dice mystic attack that costs 5 power to spender. After this attack is resolved, if the defender is size 4 or less, Adam Warlock may throw the character away medium. This is just an auto throw that happens no matter what. Also attached to Quantum Bolt is the Wild Avatar of Life. After this attack resolved for each wild result in the attack roll, this character may choose another allied character within range 4, and then each chosen character may remove 1 wound or 1 special condition from itself. Okay, now let's look at his superpowers. So the first superpower is Universal Translation. For 2 power, Adam Warlock can place himself within 2 of his current position. This is just a normal range 2 place for 2 power. Use it once per turn. Adam's second superpower is Cosmic Energy Construct. When this character or another allied character within range 4 is targeted by an attack, this character may use the superpower and add 2 dice to that character's defense roll against that attack. So this costs 2 power. There's no limit to how often you can do this, and as long as it is a character within range 4 of Adam Warlock, or it's Adam Warlock himself, he can add 2 defense dice to the roll. And finally, we have Adam's big reactive superpower, and this is Chronokinesis. For 4 power, when this character or another allied character within range 4 is attacking or defending, at the end of the modified dice step, this character may use the superpower, and the attacker and defender reroll all of their attack and defense dice. So this is basically a regular recalibration matrix that he can use at will for himself or for allied characters within range 4. Finally, we have his innate superpower, Being of Immeasurable Power, and when this character would suffer wounds from an enemy effect, to reduce the amount to 1, which is a great effect to have for him, keep him up a little bit longer. And additionally, he may have 2 infinity gems attached rather than the normally allowed 1. So Adam doesn't really change on the flip side. He just gains 1 point of health. All of his attacks and superpowers are the exact same. Okay, now let's dive into the big card in this box, and that is going to be his leadership. So Adam Warlock's leadership is Cosmic Awareness. So after deployment, he may play this card. And so all you do is you play it, you set it near the battlefield, and you place 1 shield token on the card. I'm assuming there's going to be tokens in the box. Who knows? If not, there'll be people probably using their dice to represent the tokens, or there'll be other third-party individuals making those tokens for you to utilize. But you're going to be placing 1 shield token on the card, and then Adam Warlock gains the following leadership ability, and it's active. So let me just read Cosmic Awareness for you. When an allied character attacks, defends, or dodges during the modified dice step, it may use this leadership ability. And if it does, choose one of that character's dice and add a token matching that die's result to the set aside Cosmic Awareness card. Then you remove a different token on the card and change the chosen dice's result to match that token. And this leadership can modify skull results and can be used only once per turn. And additionally, this character, meaning Adam Warlock, may use the reactive and active superpowers of Infinity Gems without paying the power cost. So he kind of has that Thanos ability, which is super cool for him to have. But to be able to do that, he has to be running this leadership. Okay, so let me break down what this means kind of in layman's terms, basically. You're gonna have this card and you're gonna have a shield token on top of it. And when you roll dice once per turn, you can choose if it's an attack, defending, or dodging, if you wanna change one of those dice and flip it and trade it essentially. So say you rolled a shield, a hit, and a crit, okay? You could trade that hit for another shield, putting this hit onto the card and taking the shield and adding it to your dice. So then you would end up with 2 shields and 1 crit with 1 hit on the card itself. Hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully it clarified it for you. It's a little wordy, but it is a very unique leadership that is super cool. I actually really enjoy how they are being creative with this reroll leadership. Essentially is basically what it is, dice fixing leadership. That's very unique and different than any other leadership that's been released so far that I've seen, which is exciting to see that being played. Overall, my general thoughts on Adam Warlock. I think Adam Warlock is going to be a blast to play on the table. He's a tank, man. This guy will live through a lot, I think. I think it'll take quite a bit to take him out. And with at least the Bonded Soul Gem attached to him and probably 1 more gem, I feel like this guy's gonna be kind of nuts. This leadership is wildly interesting and has a lot of fun mechanics to it, and it could be very, very game changing for the Guardians of the Galaxy in a lot of ways, more so than probably the Winging It tokens, which are arguably one of the best leaderships in the game just because they are so consistently good for the Guardians of the Galaxy. But it is nice to have a new flavor of dice fixing for the Guardians of the Galaxy. I think the question will always be, right, can Adam Warlock, is he worth 7 threat? Is he worth 8 threat? God forbid, is he worth 9 threat? Personally, I can't imagine he's probably worth 9 threat, but 8 threat, very likely, very likely. 7 threat, for sure. I feel like he'll probably be totally fine as a 7 threat, especially because it feels like the Bonded Soul Gem and the leadership combined, those 2 cards combined, is basically worth that additional threat on that character, which feels pretty good. Unfortunately, that also means that you're probably going to be running a taller Guardians of the Galaxy list, or at least Adam Warlock with some smaller threats like Rocket and Groot, and maybe Drax or Nebula, Gamora, maybe even Star-Lord himself. But also we get to see Moondragon and Quasar coming soon, so we'll get to see what their stat lines are and be able to see maybe the general idea of what they're hoping for with this box. So what do you guys think of Adam Warlock? Are you excited for this model? Are you pumped? Are you excited about the leadership? I think the leadership is easily the most interesting aspect of this entire panel to play, which is really, really cool to see. And I'm pumped to see Adam Warlock getting on the table and getting the recognition he deserves. I love that he's a 7th threat, honestly. I think it'll be really fun to see that. And I hope that he fits the kaiju, big bad guy, hard character to defeat motif on the table, and it doesn't just fall flat as we are playing him out. But based off of his stat line and the Bonded Soul Gem and this leadership, I think we might get a big winner here. So what do you guys think? Comment below. Let me know, what is your general vibe? Are you feeling like this is a good way to start building your roster? Are you worried about it being a 7th threat? Are you worried about it being 8th threat? what's your typical roster going to look like for Guardians of the Galaxy led by Adam Warlock? Well, whenever the Quasar and Moondragon panel to play comes out, I'll be creating a video for that, going over their characters and how they may be adding to the Guardians of the Galaxy in a big way. Thanks for watching. I'm James from Midwest Protocol. Now, it's time to get back to gaming.